Hello dear learners, this is a second video in continuation with PHP programming. In this video we are going to discuss more about the basics of PHP programming, which includes variables, parameters, operators, etc. So let's start with the PHP basics. The first topic in this video is PHP variables. The variables that we are using in PHP is bit different from what you have learned so far in C and C++ programming languages, because in PHP we need not to give the data type of the variables. Whatever value we are storing in the variables will be treated that variable of that data type. Like for example, in C or other programming languages we are used to write int a equals to 5. So we are defining a variable a of type integer and having a value 5, whereas in PHP there is no requirement of defining the data type of the variable. Variables are used for storing values like text, strings, numbers or arrays. When a variable is declared, it can be used over and over again in your script. By script we mean a PHP program. All variables in PHP start with a $sign. The correct way of declaring a variable in PHP is $variable name is equals to value, and we know how to declare how to give naming to the variables. The variable name must start either with underscore or with a character. In between we can use the numbers also. Like you can see on the screen, $variable underscore name is equals to, in double quotes we have written BSSS college. So variable underscore name, the data type is not given, but since we have stored BSSS college, which is a string, so the data type of this variable automatically be of type string. We need not to define it here. In the second line we have written $x equals to 10. Now we know 10 is an integer value, but we have not given the data type of this variable. So by default automatically PHP takes $x of type integer. Now in the third statement we have written $y equals to 10.5, which is a fractional value, either we can say a float or a decimal value. So without giving the data type of the variable, the PHP itself understand by looking at the value of the variable, and it associate that data type along with the name of the variable. In PHP, a variable does not need to be declared before adding a value to it. In the example above, you see that you do not have to tell PHP which data type the variable is, as we have discussed. PHP automatically convert the variables to the correct data type depending on its value. Now this is a very important feature that we have in PHP other than the different programming languages. A variable name must start with a letter or an underscore symbol, not a hyphen but a underscore. Both are different, as you can see on the screen. This is underscore and this is a hyphen. A variable name can only contains alphanumeric characters for naming of the variables, like from small a to small z. It is partially case sensitive. While you are declaring the variable names, it is the small a is different from capital A. You can use numbers from 0 to 9 and underscore in between also. A variable name should not contain spaces, because if we are giving a space, it becomes two different words. If a variable name is more than one word, it should be separated with a underscore. Like you can see $myString. So my is a word, string is a word. If you want to define your variable with two or more words, so it's better to use a connecting symbol like underscore. Concatenation is joining of two or more words or characters. The concatenation operator is a dot operator which is used to put two strings together. To concatenate two string variables together, we have to use this particular operator. As you can see on the screen, there is a small program here. Variable underscore name is BSSS college again, and we have given a pin code which is of type number, or we can say integer, and we are trying to display both the things all together by using a single echo statement. Now here we have written $variable underscore name. It means this value is going to be displayed by using this particular variable. Then we have used a dot operator here. Now this dot operator is used to concate, to add, to make them into a single statement, single word. So we are using concatenation. Then two double quotes we have given here. It is for spacing between these two. And then dollar pin code is a variable in which we have stored 462016, some pin code is there. So the output will be like this, BSSS college, and now you can see a pin code. So there is no space between them, because if you go here in the previous screen, we have not given any space between these two double quotes, otherwise it will give us space, right. Now if we look at the code, you see that we use the concatenation operator 2 times. This is because we had to insert a third string, a space character, to separate the two strings. Now we move on to the operators. What operators we can have in PHP? It is almost same as in any other programming languages, like arithmetic operators, which includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. The assignment operator, this equal to sign is used for assignment, and if we are using this equal to twice, now it means what? We are comparing the two operands, like suppose A is equals to B or not. So if we are using once equal, it is means assignment, we are assigning A equals to 5, some value to A. But if we have used equal to sign twice, it means we are comparing these two variables A and B. Then for comparison, we can even use A is less than B, or A is less than equals to B, A is greater than B, or A is greater than equal to B, likewise. So we can have different comparison operators. Then we are having logical operators, which include AND, OR, not. So this we can see in the coming slides how it works. Now this screen gives you what operators we can use under arithmetical operations. Now these are binary operations because there are two operands and we are using an operator in between. So two operands and an operator. So for addition we can write A plus B or X plus 2, whatever you want to write. Subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus is there, increment and decrement. So if increment is what? Basically if you want to write A plus plus, or it is same as A equals to A plus 1, we are adding one value to A. Similarly the decrement operator. Next is the assignment operator. As we have already discussed, if you are writing A equals to 6, it means we are giving this value to this variable, we are assigning some value to a variable. Then plus equals to, minus equals to, into equals to, division equals to, dot equals to, and so on. So we can see the use of all these operators in the coming slides. Comparison operator. So double equal to. In PHP there is one more thing that is called as triple equal to. So this single equal to is assignment, but if we are using double equal to, it means we are comparing two variables. Now if we are using 3 equal to, it means again we are comparing two variables along with the value and its data type. Now if we are saying 5 is equal to 5, now this statement is correct. Now if I am saying 5 is equals to 5.0, this is also correct, but if we have used 3 equal to, now here the result is false, because the magnitude of the values are same, but the data type is different. Here it is integer and here it is double. It means what? If we are using 3 equal to altogether for comparison of two values, it not only checks the magnitude of the values but also check the data type. Whereas if you are using only 2 equal to sign for the comparison, so it will give you true, because the values are same, the magnitude of both the values are same, and 2 equal to sign is not checking the data type. Now move on to the next, that is not is not equal to. So for not equal to, there are two things, either we can, in this fashion we can write, or in this fashion, both can be used in PHP. Now the greater than, less than, we already know, greater than equal to and less than equal to. Logical operations. So for AND we have to use double ampersand, for OR the pipe operator, for NOT the exclamation, right? AND, so we all know the meaning of AND or OR. Like if you can see here, example is given, if the value of x is less than 10 and the value of y is greater than 1, it means if both the conditions are true, then only it will give you a true statement, whereas if we are using OR, it means either of the condition, either the first condition is true or the second condition. If either of the condition is true, it will give you a true result. So here it is saying x equals to 5 or y equals to 5. If any of the condition is true, it will give you a true result, otherwise false. And we already know about not. If not, it means what? Not x equals to y. So 3 is not equals to 6. So that this is all we know. So it will give you what? It will return a true, because what we have used? We have used a not operator. So this is about variables and operators that are used in PHP. In the third video, we will be discussing more about PHP, like the conditional statements and looping. Hope you find this video useful. Thank you.